So what do we recall? Well, we were told that Charlie just had healthy bones, that it was a miracle that the gun his neck out, and
wow. Things just escalated in the Charlie Kirk saga. Rumor has it a new witness has stepped forward, claiming they possess evidence suggesting the whole case may have been orchestrated. And they're not alone. Candace Owens has reportedly released startling new information regarding Charlie's medical report and the odd circumstances surrounding his injury. According to her, there are glaring inconsistencies in the official account, details that could make anyone start questioning the story we've all been told. This latest twist is shaking up the narrative and forcing the public to reconsider everything they thought they knew. From contradictory witness accounts to unexplained gaps in the timeline, the story just doesn't add up. The deeper the investigation digs, the murkier it becomes. What truly happened that day? Who might be concealing the truth? And why are so many key details being withheld from the public? I need to be upfront. While I can't disclose exactly who provided this information or which parties were involved, in order to protect them, I can confirm that I've verified something significant about the neck injury Charlie sustained. And trust me, this revelation could have major implications and shift the way people understand the entire situation. Social media is ablaze today following shocking developments in what's quickly being dubbed the Kirk case, a story that has the entire internet captivated. Rumors suggest a new witness has emerged, claiming to reveal explosive details about the moments leading up to the mysterious incident that left public figure Charlie in critical condition. As the whispers gained traction, Candace Owens began investigating further, noting that the original narrative, that Charlie's survival was nothing short of miraculous, may not withstand closer scrutiny. According to her, the medical reports are riddled with inconsistencies, the timeline raises serious questions, and those present that night remained curiously silent. Adding fuel to the fire, analyst Andrew Covett publicly questioned why there was no apparent exit wound when there should have been one, a detail that has reignited speculation about what truly occurred. Even more astonishing, the surgeon who treated Charlie reportedly described his bone density as nearly superhuman, dubbing him the Man of Steel. These revelations have cast new shadows over the official account, leaving the public questioning whether the story they were told was accurate or deliberately misleading. As theories swirl and debate intensifies, it's clear that every new detail only deepens the mystery surrounding Charlie's extraordinary survival. Critics argue that the Man of Steel narrative surrounding Charlie feels almost too convenient, as if it's meant to distract from something far larger and more complex. The story takes a sharp turn when unverified reports and heated online discussions, circulating across Reddit, X, and YouTube, suggest that the circumstances of Charlie's injury may be far murkier than initially presented. Among the most shocking claims is that a fragment of metal allegedly recovered from Charlie's neck doesn't match the type of ammunition described in official reports. If true, this single discrepancy could upend the entire narrative, raising urgent questions about the weapon used, the direction of the shot, and, ultimately, who could have been responsible. Digital sleuths have pored over every piece of evidence for weeks. Video clips and eyewitness accounts, spotting inconsistencies that fuel speculation. One key point of contention is the trajectory of the bullet. Some witnesses claim it entered from the front, implying Charlie was facing his danger head-on rather than turning away. And the chaos doesn't stop there. Multiple witnesses insist they heard more than one gunshot, some counting 2, others 3, while the official account maintains there was only a single shot. Cooper, one bystander, described the moment during a televised interview, recalling a sound like thunder inside the room and the immediate pandemonium that followed. People screaming, scattering, utterly disoriented. Crucially, he also mentioned flashes coming from 2 separate directions, a detail investigators have not publicly addressed, sparking theories that the incident may have been coordinated rather than random. Meanwhile, speculation about organizational involvement has intensified. Rumors suggest that those close to Turning Point USA were allegedly advised to avoid speaking to the media, silencing potential witnesses, and leaving critical questions unanswered. While some argue that the inconsistencies could be explained by the natural confusion of a traumatic event, The convergence of multiple contradictory testimonies makes it difficult to dismiss. Every detail, every discrepancy, only adds layers to an already tangled narrative, leaving the public and online investigators scrambling to piece together what may have really happened that day. Questions are mounting about what's really happening behind the scenes at Turning Point USA and whether the organization has been fully transparent. Multiple insiders claim that as reporters began probing the ongoing controversy, individuals close to the group were quietly instructed to stay silent, with some allegedly discouraged from speaking to the media entirely. This has fueled speculation that crucial information may have been intentionally kept from the public, leaving observers wondering whether this was simple damage control or if there's something far more explosive being concealed. The intensity of the story skyrocketed when Candace Owens delivered a bombshell during the latest episode of her podcast, instantly capturing the attention of social media and political circles alike. Owens, known for her unapologetic and fearless style, revealed a set of text messages that allegedly tied the late Charlie Kirk directly to Turning Point USA, igniting a firestorm of speculation and debate. The disclosure wasn't just a fleeting headline. It immediately became a viral phenomenon, with users on X, Reddit, and YouTube dissecting every detail, questioning the legitimacy of the messages, and debating the implications for Tfusa. The episode underscored Owens' reputation as someone willing to push boundaries and challenge established narratives, particularly when it comes to the opaque inner workings of political organizations. Before unveiling the texts, Owens took a moment to contextualize her decision, sharing her growing frustration with social media platforms such as X. She described the platform as increasingly dominated by automated bot accounts pushing a relentless tide of pro-war and politically charged propaganda, which she argued effectively drowned out authentic dialogue. Her audience could relate to the fatigue she expressed over the impossible task of cutting through algorithm-driven chaos to reach real conversations. But when Owens finally dropped the texts, the platform seemed to come alive, as if the digital world itself had been waiting for this revelation. Within minutes, her timeline and comment sections were flooded with shock, outrage, and incredulity, with many users questioning how such messages could have remained undisclosed for so long. The significance of the texts was amplified by the sheer of the content. According to Owens, the messages highlighted a level of complexity in Charlie Kirk's dealings with Tfusa that the public had never seen, raising critical questions about internal operations, decision-making, and accountability. This wasn't just a story about private correspondence. It suggested that there might have been systemic issues within the organization that had been carefully concealed. Owens' bold decision to release the messages was framed as part of her broader mission to pursue truth, transparency, and justice, particularly in situations where public interest and the potential for deception intersect. The social media reaction was instantaneous and overwhelming. Some accused Owens of seeking attention or attempting to gain clout, but others praised her courage, insisting that few individuals in her position would dare to bring such sensitive material to light. The discussions weren't limited to casual observers. Political analysts, journalists, and activists jumped in, examining the texts line by line, debating their implications, and speculating about what they could reveal about the inner workings of Tfusa. The episode also prompted intense debate about ethics, accountability, and the responsibilities of those in positions of influence when faced with potentially explosive evidence. Ultimately, Owens' release of these texts not only brought new attention to the circumstances surrounding Charlie Kirk's death and his association with Tfusa, but also reignited broader conversations about transparency and trust in political organizations. By framing her revelations within the context of both social media dysfunction and her personal commitment to uncovering hidden truths, Owens ensured that the story would dominate public discourse for days, if not weeks, after the episode aired. The combination of explosive content, her unapologetic delivery, and the audience's appetite for truth created a perfect storm, ensuring that this was more than just a momentary scandal. It was a turning point in the narrative surrounding Kirk, Owens, and the controversial organization at the center of it all. What truly intensified the story was that Owens didn't merely present the texts as claims. She vouched for their authenticity. To everyone's surprise, Fuse spokesperson Andrew Cavett later appeared on The Charlie Kirk Show and confirmed the messages were legitimate, offering no denial or attempt to backtrack. The confirmation marked a seismic shift in the narrative, lending unprecedented weight to Owen's disclosures. But the episode didn't stop at revelations. Owens also shared her personal grief over Kirk's death, describing it as a loss that had haunted her more deeply than most realized. She recounted a vivid dream in which Kirk appeared, expressing feelings of betrayal, an experience she interpreted as a spiritual prompt, signaling a deeper web of chaos and deception surrounding his passing. Owens framed this moment as the catalyst for her mission, to uncover the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Even with Cavett's confirmation of the texts, Owens criticized Fuse for their delayed response, claiming that leadership seemed more invested in preserving their public image than in supporting her during the initial backlash. The combination of confirmed messages, insider silence, and Owens' emotional testimony has thrust the organization into unprecedented scrutiny, leaving the public and media alike questioning how deep the story truly goes, and who, if anyone, within Tfusa can be trusted. Owens' accusations hit hard, portraying Tfusa as fractured and defensive at a moment when unity would have been crucial. One of the most poignant moments of her podcast came when she read a heartfelt public letter from longtime Tfusa donors Jonathin and his wife. The message was a clear show of validation, commending Owens for her bravery, her relentless pursuit of the truth surrounding Charlie Kirk's death, and reminding listeners of Kirk's values: honesty, transparency, and an unwavering commitment to free speech. The Mapthens urged the organization to conduct a full, open investigation, no matter how uncomfortable the findings might be. This public support did more than move Owens emotionally. It revealed a deepening divide within Tfusa itself. Some donors and members rallied firmly behind Owens, demanding answers and accountability, while others argued she had gone too far, potentially damaging the movement's reputation. Owens, however, remains resolute, insisting that this isn't just about Kirk's death, it's part of something much larger. She suggested that the circumstances surrounding his assassination could carry enormous political consequences, potentially altering the conservative landscape and challenging foundational American values. Owens also alluded to a network of truth seekers operating quietly behind the scenes, individuals committed to uncovering the full story, regardless of who might be implicated. For her, this is more than a personal mission. It's a fight for transparency, justice, and integrity. If her suspicions about hidden forces are accurate, what began as a tragic tale surrounding one man's death could escalate into one of the most consequential political scandals in recent memory. So, what's your take on this unfolding saga? Share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to follow our other updates to stay informed on the latest developments. The story is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be even more revealing.